Google Posts is the hottest marketing tool right now. It allows businesses to get their information in front of their ideal customers in Google. In this video, I'm going to break down what Google Posts are, how to do it, and best practices so you can crush it. Want to eliminate your frustration and confusion with online marketing? Want to know the latest tips and tricks on how to get your business found online? Keep watching. I'm Blake Stockton, online marketing consultant and entrepreneur, and I've been telling my clients for many months now that Google Posts is pretty much like the new social media for Google. And in fact, it's always been a media component, but in fact, recently Google introduced a thumbs up component of it, and now that's the social media, that's the social component. So now it is very much like social media. Because it's so new, it provides a huge opportunity for you to do what your competitors aren't doing. I would say maybe 5% of businesses are using posts right now, probably less, definitely less are doing it with good quality. But after you watch this video, now this is gonna make you into the top 5% or more just by following the tips and tricks in this video. So what is Google Posts and what does it look like? Let me show you around a little bit on the computer and on the phone. Here we are looking at a company called Just Mind in Austin, Texas. They are a counselor and we are in Google, and on the right, you can see as I scroll down, there is the Google Posts, and I can scroll through and see the recent ones. And when I click on one, now I'm not going to break this down too intense here. We're gonna go through this video and break everything down. But what I want you to notice is as I click on one of these posts and I scroll, it looks just like Instagram. How crazy is that? That I can scroll through a business and see all their recent updates, all their recent posts about what they're doing. That's a huge game changer. And you can see the thumbs up feature I mentioned from the beginning of this video right here, where I hover over it and it says like this post, and I can thumbs up it and like it. Mobile is where it gets really interesting, Google Posts. I Googled Just Mind Austin, Texas, and as we scroll down, I'm in the overview tab. You can see I'm scrolling here. Posts is the second tab in mobile. So when I click that, I can, again, look, it turns right into Instagram, very similar. And I can scroll through and see the recent posts from this business. That's kind of cool, right? I can scroll through all these businesses' recent updates. I can see how old it is, see what's going on with the business. Is there any deals? You can imagine if this is a restaurant, then I can see the specials, the deals, new things going on with the business, and kind of size it up, especially when I'm looking for several different types of businesses and deciding what business to go when. And Google is placing so much emphasis on posts. You can see posts are in front of all these other things about the business. It is second in line. Now that you know what Google Posts are and what they look like, let's go ahead and start the tips on how you can crush it. My first best practice tip so you can crush it is to use great visuals. You don't want to, if you can help it, you don't want to use stock photos. You want to use photos of your customers, of you, lifestyle photos. I know the example we just saw from Just Mind had some images that they created that were not of people and lifestyle photos, but that's a little bit of a different business. It's going to depend on your business. If you are a business where confidentiality is important, you probably are not going to be able to show pictures of your customers. I would still recommend maybe a photo shoot of you and some photos of you doing, of representing what you do. At the end of the day, Google recommends not using stock photos because it's less personal. Some other things you want to think about when posting pictures is you want to do it in a 4:3 aspect ratio, and the recommended image size is 720 by 540 at a minimum. My second best practice tip is to post videos. It doesn't have to be just pictures or GIFs or GIFs. Some people call them GIFs. It doesn't have to be those. It can also be a video about your business. It doesn't have to be a commercial. In fact, I recommend not posting a commercial because just like social media, you want it to be an authentic experience. It doesn't have to be the highest quality professionally made video. It needs to be half decent. It needs to be okay. One thing I would recommend if you're doing videos is to hold your phone like this. You don't want to hold it like this because the video is going to come out rectangle. This is closer to that 4:3 aspect ratio, and it will look it'll be a much better quality in Google. My third tip is to make sure you add a CTA, which stands for a call to action, on your posts. If you're doing something, if you have a picture with some text, make sure you add that call to action, which is a link to something you want your customers to do. That could be sign up, buy something, visit your website, learn more. There's several different calls to action you can add. My fourth tip is to post at least once a week. After 7 days go by, your post will fall off your Google My Business listing. The reason Google does this is they want to provide recent information. They don't want somebody going onto a Google My Business listing and seeing something that's a month old or several months old. They want recent information about a business. So it will fall off. It will always show under a more buried category on your Google My Business listing, view previous posts, but it won't show. So you want to do at least every week. My fifth tip is to make sure that the first 80 to 100 characters, it's a little bit different depending on which device, where they're seeing your Google posts, but your first 80 characters, let's say, need to be very appealing. In Google, they're only going to see those first 80 characters, so you don't want to save your most important point to the end of your post. Whatever is most important, add it to the top. I see a lot of clients do this in emails, for example. They beat around the bush and they write very not very direct until the end. Well, most people aren't reading until the end. So you want to take the most important point, the most important sentence, and move it to the top. My sixth best practice is to use keywords that you want to rank for in Google. This is a little bit more of an advanced tip, but keywords are basically what your customers are typing into Google. If you need to know what keywords your customers are looking for your industry, I highly recommend using a free tool called Ubersuggest, which I'll link to below. Ubersuggest allows you to type in what you do, the type of keywords you do, and get other ideas. It's a really cool free tool. My seventh tip is to look at your analytics to figure out if your posts if certain posts are working better than others. The Google Post analytics are very simple, but what they show you is basically how many people saw it and how many people actually took action on your call to action. My eighth tip is to schedule your posts. If your posts are getting a little bit too overwhelming, schedule your posts with something like Sendable. Sendable is one of the first programs to make you able to plan your posts for Google My Business. So I highly recommend checking them out. My ninth and last tip is to utilize all of the different types of Google posts you can make, which is a what's new, there's an offer, there's an event, and a product-based post, and they're all optimized differently to provide information in Google about every type of post. Google started off with the what's new, and they're slowly expanding it to different kinds. Now, this is an important best practice tip here, and it probably should have been a little bit higher, but it makes for a great transition because right now you're probably thinking, Blake, what do these look like? Don't worry, I'm going to show you all 4 of them right now. I'm in my Google My Business listing, and when I click on posts, I have 4 examples of the different posts you can make in Google. This first one here is the offer post, and you can see here it has a little orange tag on it which indicates offer, and when I click view offer, it's going to pop up a new screen with the title and then the code that people can bring into the store and get your discount. And then on the bottom it says redeem online if you want to have a place where you can redeem it online. You have your phone, your directions. It's really optimized here. It's very special, very optimized for this type of post so that people will take your offer, share it, do something with it, take an action, which is what I really like. The other type of Google posts I wanted to show you is the event-based, where they actually show the description of the event in Google, or the description and the date, where you can see there's dates. You can click sign up, and the little three dots on the bottom right there are the share buttons. So that is the event post. This is for events specifically. And if we keep scrolling down, here is the very cool product-based post where I have the title, the price range of the product available, and a description and a very direct call to action where if you sell something on your website, they can click on that link. The people looking for you in Google can click on that link and learn more about what you're selling in your store or even buy it online. And one example of this is I met with a client who had a trinket store, and she had a lot of different trinkets and she didn't sell them on her website, but every day, I mean, she had hundreds of them. So every day for the entire year, if she wanted to feature a different trinket, a different product in her store, she could. And she could have this long, nice database of posts of all of her trinkets online. And she's giving Google great information about the different types of products she sells. So that's an example of you can use products based off of, see, mine's a service-based business, so I have service-based products, but you can also do physical products as well. And the last and very general type of Google post is a what's new post. It's very basic. You can add a picture, video, you can add a description about it, and then a call to action. And it's very straightforward. It's like most most social media type posts. Now you're probably thinking, Blake, those all sound cool. I like them. I want to make my first Google post. Well, don't fret, because now I'm going to show you how to make a Google post on the back end on your admin side. And we're going to make a product post in particular because with product posts, you actually get a 2-for-1. And let me show you why you want to do that really quick, and then we'll show you how to do it. I showed you a second ago all these different posts, and I showed you specifically one of the product-based posts. But notice here at the top, we have overview, posts, products, services, keep scrolling over, reviews, and about. But if I click on the product, you can see that product is listed under my products, and I can click on it and learn more. So what's really cool about product-based posts is that not only do you make it a post, but Google will turn it into a product for you as well. So you can build up a whole catalog of your products and showcase them right in Google, right in your Google My Business listing. It's a very new feature and a unique feature. And you can see that because Google is making it the second or the third thing, the third tab, it's one of the most, they're seeing it as one of the most important parts of your business, showcasing your posts and then showcasing your products. This is the back end or the admin side of a desktop version. We're not on the phone anymore. And right here, we're under the post section. And I'm going to go ahead and make a post. And when you click on that, it pops up a new section here with what's new, the event, the offer, the product. I'm going to click on product because I want to make a product-based post. And it says here, make your post stand out with a photo or video. But we're just going to do a photo. So I'm going to click on that and drag over. It is a stock photo, which I'm not crazy about, but it's better than other types. Now you can see here, there's a cropping feature. So if you have a really big photo or you just want a small section of your photo, then you can do that as well. But let's just go ahead and open it up here and then upload a post photo. Okay. So then a product name, let's just say I'm going to make it now I have a service-based business, but imagine if you have a product-based business, you can upload or you can make it about that product. It doesn't have to be about a service, which is what I'm doing. But let's say it's Google My Business Management. Okay. So there's the title. And let's say this is where you can do a price, or I'm going to do a price range. So let's say 300 to 500 a month if you have a range for your product. And then this is where you can put product details, a lot of product details, 1,500 characters right here. 1,500 characters. So if I say monthly fee, I'm not going to get too in depth with this. You definitely want to take some time and plan this out because this may be seen by hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of potential customers over many years. So you definitely want to plan it out a little bit. But let's say for me it's et cetera, et cetera. I could add many more, features on this, but I'm going to save you some time here. And then I can add a button if I want to learn more. And you can put any link. You can put a very specific link But let's just put my website, blakestockton.com. If they want to learn more about Google My Business Services, I can click preview, and this is what it's going to look like in Google My Business Management. You definitely want to do this to make sure everything is looking good. Google My Business Management, $300 to $500. Monthly fee. Management includes photo and video upload, view management, weekly post, Q&A management. Looks good. You can also click on the link to keep going. And once you test out if the link works or not. So once you're ready, you click publish and let it publish, and they let you see it. Congrats, your post is live on Google. Let's see it. I want to see it on search. This is actually a cool new feature. Boom, there it is. Google My Business Management, learn more. And if I scroll down on my listing, view previous posts on Google, there it is. Here we are in the phone version of Google My Business again, just to show you what it looks like. And I actually discovered something really interesting. So as we scroll down, of course, I could see the posts right here. Here's the post. Products tab. There it is. Boom. And I can click on it. There it is. People can learn about it. Go directly to my website, all in Google. How cool is that? What I wanted to show you that I've never seen before, and I love discovering these things. It happens every week because Google is adding so much innovation and change to the Google My Business listing. When I scroll down on my Google My Business listing, boom, what do you see? A section just for my products. They're showing it and displaying it just on my products. Google's probably seeing some interesting analytics on how interested people are on what it is you're selling. So that is now a main feature they're displaying in your listing on the phone, which is pretty cool and cutting edge. I've never seen it before, and now I'm sharing with you right at the same time. That wraps up our video on Google Posts, our masterclass here. We showed you what they were. We talked about best practices for success, the different kinds, and how to make a post, a product-based post. And we even learned stuff together. I learned it live through this video, trying things out, discovering new things, sharing it with you. So you have the best information so you can crush your online marketing and have that successful business you always want, because that's what I want for you as well. Now it's your turn though. I want to hear from you. What type of Google posts are you going to use so you can crush it? All right. Now, after you make the comment, I want to see you do a thumbs up, and I want to see you subscribe to this channel if you want more local marketing tips to help grow your business. Again, I'm Blake Stockton. Thanks for watching. Go out and crush it.